at Lydia's in the Strip District. And why wouldn't we have Lidia here, right? Well, welcome to the program, Lidia.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh.
Or did I invite you?
Yeah, I think that might be right, yeah. Listen, I've loved this place since it first opened, and the pasta trio is just, I'm such a fan. And the fricos, I'm addicted to all of it.
Oh, you know the good stuff.
I do.
The pasta trio, it's a big popular because, we make this wonderful Caesar salad first, and then you get the 3 pastas of the day, and they always change.
Yeah.
And you can get as much of any or all of the pastas you want.
Yeah, and it's the best part is that I say, I'm just going to go contain myself tonight. I'm just going to eat a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
That's no good. In Italian, at the table, family style, you eat until you're nice and full.
There you go. So you are celebrating your 16th anniversary here in Pittsburgh. And I think I've been coming all 16 years, quite frankly, but you were here in the Strip District long before anybody else was. And now, look at the place growing here.
It's exploding now, but it took a while, nice and slowly. Yes, we were here in the beginning. And, when we were looking at spaces, you look at real estate and whatever, and I kind of liked it down here. It gave me that kind of, first of all, the street here full of all of the Italians, the cafe, the macaronis, and all of that. So I said, this looks good. This looks like an Italian neighborhood, and it wasn't too crowded then. I'm sure it will get soon. But the fish, the Woolies fish was right across.
Right.
And I said, it looks like an Italian market.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you're even, so I like the fact that you, somewhere along the way, you saw something in Pittsburgh to come here, and you went to Kansas City. Mm-hmm. You didn't just go to the big cities. You brought your talent to us. And what did you see? What was the vision you saw by coming here to Pittsburgh?
Well, we began, of course, in New York City, and we have quite a few restaurants there. Mm-hmm. But when my son Joseph came into the business, he said, Mom, there's a whole America out there besides New York and the East Coast. And I said, yeah, you're right, there's a lot of people. And he said, they might be underserviced in what we are offering, our kind of Italian food. And so he began searching. First we got Kansas City, smack in the middle of the United States. And, we were very welcome. And then, of course, but I'll tell you a secret. It was a toss-up between Columbus and Pittsburgh initially.
Is that right?
Initially, but we chose Pittsburgh.
Well, there you go. The fact is you're celebrating 16 years, and I thought, what do you get someone like Lidia for 16 years, or even any kind of anniversary? And so I thought, I know you're writing children's books, right? Tell me about how you're writing the children's books.
Well, I of course write recipe books, and I have 11 of those. But I have 5 grandchildren. And as they were growing up, now they're big, the smallest one is 14 years old, but as they were growing up, they would come over the house and we would pile up in bed all together, all 5 of them, me 6. And the question was, Nona, tell me a story when you were a little girl. When I was in Italy, when I was with my grandmother and I was chasing the chickens, collecting the eggs, milking the goat, sort of harvesting the grapes, harvesting the olives to make the olive oil. They loved those food stories. And then they grew up and I says, my goodness, this story is going to be forgotten. Let me put them down in a little book. So that's the story of the children's book.
Well, there you go. Well, so as you may know, Pittsburgh is famous for a gentleman who is really good with children. And I thought, why not? So we brought for your little anniversary here. There you go. So, Mr. Rogers. So we're so glad you're in our neighborhood, right?
Oh, that's very nice. I used to, my kids, that's my children, not grandchildren, used to watch Mr. Rogers.
Is that right?
They did. And, that gave me kind of peace and satisfaction because, it's an intelligent show to children, teaching children. So I felt good them being in front of the TV watching Mr. Rogers while I was cooking or doing whatever I was doing.
There you go. And then he wrote some books too, so we got you a little book.
I appreciate
with some quotes from Mr. Rogers. And I thought that'd be fun maybe if we read out of there. But then I thought, no, you know what we need to do? We need to find out. You've been in Pittsburgh for 16 years. And we need to make sure that people know that you love Pittsburgh, and we need to make sure you know some Pittsburghese. So would you entertain me to go through a little Pittsburghese
You
lesson? if
teach
you don't
me,
mind?
I will mimic.
Okay, there you go. So this is a book by Brian Bucko, got obtained at the Heinz History Center just a little bit ago. So if someone was coming, if they said, oh my gosh, Lydia's is down in the Strip District, and they were excited about that, they'd say, oh my God, Lydia's is down in the Strip. So
Oh my God, Lydia's down in the Strip. How am I doing?
there you go. Yeah, very good. And let's say you walked in and there were some napkins laying. I know there's not, but if there were napkins laying around, a Pittsburgh woman would come in and say, hey, yins guys, red this place up. So you would say,
Hey, and guys, read this place up.
I like it. See, you're getting there. Yeah, 16 more years and we'll have you.
You know, I'm good with languages. I speak 5 of them.
Oh,
so
there you
this
go.
Pittsburghian,
Pittsburghese. Yeah.
Pittsburghese is going to be a breeze.
There you go. And I would say, this place is so wonderful and it has a great hometown feel. The food is great. And I think if you were a Pittsburgher, you would say, hey, yins guys, come down to Lydia's. So you might say,
Hey, and guys, come down to Lydia's.
very good. Thank
Am
you
I
so
good?
much.
Do I get the residence card?
I think you do. Yes, you do. You can move right next door. You can move in my basement if you like, and you can cook for us on there.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you so much for doing
Thanks,
this.
thanks. A pleasure being here. Come and see me.